Shalom, this is your Ark. Yahismagnified, and I'm back with another informative video. I titled this video, Order Granting Motion to Withdraw. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth. Nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, guys, let's get to it. Okay, so now what we have on the screen today is a screenshot of the documents that my aunt filed into his court case, okay? This is in fact a screenshot of the website of the court, okay? So now we're going to go over the information on this screenshot. But before we go over that, okay, this case was in fact reclosed. The reason why it was reclosed is because the case was reopened, okay? So, like I tell you all, a closed case can always be reopened. So the reason why I stated that is because you have individuals who claiming on YouTube that they can help you get off of child support, right? But when you ask them to show proof that they're off of child support, the first thing they do is go to their court case and show that it says closed. So this is why I try to inform you guys. Just because the court case says closed does not mean that the child support case is closed. It does not mean that the child support case was dismissed, and it does not mean that the child support case was terminated. That's why we asked for these documents to show proof that the case was in fact dismissed, terminated, and closed through the court and the agency, not just closed case at the court. Because a closed court case just simply means that there's no further litigations going on at this current time. Just because there's no current litigations going on does not mean that child support is still not on your heels and you still don't have to pay child support. That's the difference between what I'm showing you guys and what everybody else is doing. Like I tell you, man, a lot of people on YouTube is just all talk, man. Like I said, that's why I can be transparent with you all, because I know what I have is powerful, and I know the information that I have is truth. That's why I tell you all before I start each and every video, all my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth. Nothing more, nothing less. So now, let's go over this screenshot real quick. Let's pick it up at the first line for now. The top line states what, guys? February 8th, 2021. This month, this year, right? It states order granting motion to withdraw. All right? That was filed by the council acting on behalf of the Department of Revenue. All right? So now let's go down at the bottom so we can pick it up to see what has taken place prior to getting that withdrawal. So now, on July 10th, 2020, right? The very last line, it states response, right? This was my ARC response to what? To notice of tax withholding. As you all know, at the end of the year, they always send notice of tax withholdings, letting you all know that they will garnish your taxes if you file them. That's why I tell you all, if you want support, do not file taxes at the current moment until you get your case situated so they won't try to garnish it. Okay? So now, he filed his response into the court. Okay? As you can see, it was filed on July 10th, 2020. After that, on July 29th, 2021, he filed an affidavit. The affidavit was called what? Notice of default. Why? Because they didn't respond back to the note that we responded back to pertaining to the income withholding, the tax withholding. Okay? So now, after they didn't respond back and he filed the affidavit of default, he further did what? Motion to court on 10/20/2020 to do what? To terminate prior order and adopt the private agreement. As you can see, the party that filed it was my aunt, Mr. Thompson. Okay? The reason why he filed a motion to terminate, because there is a private agreement, but the private agreement is between him and who? Between him and the Department of Revenue. Okay? So once he established the default through the private agreement, the Department of Revenue came back and filed what? On 10/30/2020, termination of child support services. They terminated the support order as agreed upon by their what? By their default, by their acquiescence. They did not respond back, so they had to do what was said in the private agreement. And that was through the what? To terminate child support. That's why it was filed on 10/30/2020 by the agency. That's why it says services. All right, but let's continue. 12/1/2020, motion for motion for substitution of parties. The Department of Revenue. The Department of Revenue filed a motion for substitution of parties, right? On 12/1/2020, notice of hearing. The hearing was scheduled for January 11th, 2021 at what? 8:45 a.m. But they didn't have the hearing. That's why on 1/20/2021, my office received a notice of rehearing. Why? Because they had to what? Reschedule. So now they're having another note. So they had to send him another notice of the hearing. Okay. On 2/8/2021, order granted motion to withdraw. So the council, acting on behalf of the Department of Revenue, had to withdraw. Why? Because the council is not a part of the private agreement between my aunt and the Department of Revenue. Okay? So now let's go to the order of withdrawal of counsel so you all can see what's going on. Now, all this was done after the termination of support, right? Because my aunt came on here at the end of last year, gave testimony and everything else. You all can go back. I will put the link to that video in the description box. You all can go back and watch that. Okay? So now let's go. Okay, so now, as you all can see on the screen, this is in fact the order on motion to withdraw as counsel. Okay? Let's zoom out just to further show you all more proof. This was done in the Circuit Court of the 17th Judicial Circuit in and for Broward County, Florida. All right, let's continue. Case number I crossed out. My aunt, Mr. Thompson, is the plaintiff. I crossed his child's mom name out as always. Now, let's read the order on motion to withdraw as counsel. It states, Rodham Adar, Esquire, appeared on behalf of Department of Revenue by Zoom. The Department of Revenue's motion for substitute of parties and motion to withdraw as counsel is hereby granted. DOR and the Office of Attorney General are hereby relieved of all further responsibilities for this matter. Okay? This is more facts, more proof, more truth. No one on YouTube who can claim to help you all with child support is showing information or facts and proof like this, man. You know, further digging the nail into the coffin for these cats out here. That's why Yahismagnified is the truth, man. That's why when people come on there and talk and they tell you Yahismagnified is the truth, because the truth is the truth. All right? Can nobody get rid of the truth? Because the truth going to be the truth no matter if you believe it or not. Because you cannot change the truth. The truth is what it is. The truth. Now, as you all can see, done in order in chambers at Broward County, Florida, on what? February the 8th, 2021. Okay? With the judge's signature, case number, judge's name, copies furnished to all these people. Look how many people they had to notice. Look how many people they had to send notices to. Okay? More proof, man. So now, let's go back and show you guys that the case was in fact reopened. So let's go there. Okay, so now, again, we're right back at the Clerk of Court's website so you all can see that his case was in fact reclosed. So, in order for something to be reclosed, that reclosed case had to once been reopened. Okay, in order for it to be reopened, it had to been once, what? Closed. Okay, so when I tell you all, a closed case can be reopened because most people don't know what a closed court case is. A closed court case means that there is no further litigation going on. So basically stating that if there's an order against you in child support, right, already in place, and you check the case and the court case says closed, that means that there is no further litigation going on in that case. Why? Because there's been a final judgment in place. Once that final judgment is in place, it's on you now to file your written objections after it's written, and it's on you to challenge those orders that the judge has put in place. Okay, if you do not do that within 21 days, the court case will automatically close. Why? Because there is no further litigation to be held at that current moment. So you will have to go back into the court, file documents to reopen the case, and once you reopen the case, then you can apply pressure to get rid of child support. Okay? It's just that simple. All right, so don't listen to these cats out here who telling you that they offer child support, but the only thing they can show you is a closed court case. A closed court case does not mean that you are offered child support. Okay? Anybody that's telling you that, they are well-known scam artists, and it's just that simple. Okay? So now, as you all can see again, this is the Clerk of Court's website. All right? Again, case details. My aunt, Mr. Thompson versus child's mom again. I crossed the case number out and everything else. You can see court type was family court. Location and everything else. So now, let's go to the other side where it states state reporting numbers. Cross that out. Case type paternity so you all can know what type of case this was. Filing date 10/13/2015. Okay, so 10/13/2015 is when the case was actually filed. Okay, after they had put my uncle in child support and everything else, gave him the final order, they closed the case. Okay, so that's why you see case status now it's reclosed. Why? Because we had to go back, reopen the case for him to get the termination in order for them to reclose the case properly in his favor now, not in their favor. Now he had the case closed in his favor. Okay, so because the case is closed in his favor, that's how we can show evidence of these things like this, which states reclosed case, and this is proof that the child support agency had terminated the case because it states what? Termination of child support services. These are the documents that I be telling to other individuals that they will have to show to further prove that they are no longer on support, which they can't. Remember, I showed y'all dismissal documents from my side, and I let y'all hear from the agency itself, and y'all heard voicemails of the agency leaving me telling me not to show because they're going to do what? Dismiss the case. Further, 3 witnesses, I tell you guys, 3 witnesses. The voicemails I provided, the documents that I provided, and when I called the agency itself and they said the same thing. Those are 3 witnesses. My here today, 3 witnesses. Okay, the termination, the refund check, and the reclosed case. 3 witnesses again. Okay, that's how you know God's magnified is telling the truth, because the scripture says, "Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let each matter be established." This matter has long been established. Okay, as it states on the clerk of court website, it states what? 10/30/2020 that the case was what? Termination of child support services. Everything lines up, guys, because God's magnified is the truth. Okay, but that's all I'm going to do for today. If you all need my help, hit me up in my email at yahismagnified@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. With that being said, let's get this right wisdom, and right understanding. Shalom.